Modern life has a way of making us feel time crunched and pressured to find the most efficient ways of using the precious hours when we're not sleeping. The trendy fitness regimen high intensity interval training, or HIIT, epitomizes this feeling. HIIT promises the best workout in the least amount of time. Runners had used interval training for more than 100 years, alternating between sprints and jogging to improve their endurance. But HIIT didn't really go mainstream until about a decade ago, when exercise physiologists started to come out with study after study demonstrating that intervals could deliver the biggest health improvement for your exercise time. In 2013, the 7-minute workout, popularized by the New York Times, appeared on the scene, and by 2016, the 1-minute workout. Recently, fitness professionals voted HIIT one of the top fitness trends for 2020 in a survey by the American College of Sports Medicine. And interval-based workouts are now popping up seemingly everywhere. Often they promise to burn fat and metabolically charge the body in a short time period. But there are some important nuances scientists have learned about HIIT that have gotten lost in the hype. The proven benefits of these workouts relate to a very particular type of interval training, and they've got nothing to do with weight loss. Here are 5 basic points about HIIT workout. 1. What is HIIT? HIIT workouts generally combine short bursts of intense exercise with periods of rest or lower intensity exercise. At fitness studios and online, these workouts often mix aerobic and resistance training. To be clear, most of the interval workouts researchers have studied focus solely on aerobic exercise. Which means the scientific understanding of interval training is based on a more specific routine than what's appearing in most gyms, videos, and magazines. And the researcher's definition matters because when we're talking about the evidence of benefits, we need to be specific about the kinds of workouts that science was based on. When researchers talk about HIIT, they're referring to workouts that alternate hard charging intervals, during which a person's heart rate reaches at least 80% of its maximum capacity, usually for 1 to 5 minutes, with periods of rest or less intense exercise. 2. What does a HIIT routine look like? What differentiates HIIT from the steady state, continuous types of exercise, jogging at an even pace or walking, for example? Is the intervals those periods of heart-pounding intensity? If you want to try it, you can simply take a HIIT class, or run, or even walk in a way that involves higher speed and higher incline bursts. If you want a routine that's been lab tested, there's the 4x4 from Norway. It involves a warm-up, followed by 4 4-minute intervals, again, where your heart rate reaches past 80% of its maximum capacity. Each interspersed with a 3-minute recovery period and finished off with a cool-down. The whole routine should take 40 minutes. A shorter, and also heavily studied, example of an interval routine is the 10x1, which involves 10 1-minute bursts of exercise each followed by 1 minute of recovery. Again, these routines look pretty different from what's on offer at chains like Orange Theory, CrossFit, or even the 7-minute workout. Even though they're often referred to as HIIT, they combine cardiovascular exercise with strength training. 3. What are the benefits of interval training? The single most well-established benefit of interval training has to do with heart health. Intervals can boost cardiorespiratory health with a smaller time investment compared to continuous forms of exercise. So we're not talking about superior fat-burning capacity or bigger muscles. We're talking about improved VO2 max, a measure of endurance that calculates the maximum volume of oxygen the body can use. VO2 max is one of the best predictors of overall health, according to the recent interval training book. The 1-minute workout, co-authored by Martin Gibala, one of the world's leading interval training experts, who's based at McMaster University in Canada. The more aerobically fit you are, the better your heart can pump blood, the longer it takes you to get out of breath. And the farther and faster you're able to bike or run or swim. And that, in turn, can help prevent heart disease. Consider this 2016 SIT study, in which Gibala and his co-authors followed 2 groups of participants for 12 weeks. One group worked out for 10 minutes, including several intervals that added up to 1 minute, and the other for 50 minutes at a continuous pace. The most remarkable finding in the study was that the 2 groups of exercisers saw the same improvement in their oxygen uptake, despite their varying time commitments. In conclusions, interval routines lead to greater gains in VO2 max compared with other forms of training in a shorter period of time. HIIT is a time-efficient strategy to get the benefits typically associated with longer bouts of traditional cardio. For this reason, athletes have long used the interval technique to up their game. There's observational data in athletes going back almost 100 years showing the benefits of a few bouts of really high-intensity exercise in people. If you want to get people to their biological maximum, they need to be doing 4 to 5 times of 3 to 5 minute intervals. 4. Why does HIIT improve cardio health? Researchers still haven't figured out exactly why HIIT works to improve aerobic fitness more than continuous types of exercise. But one key hypothesis has to do with the heart's ability to pump blood. One measure for blood pumping is something called stroke volume, or the volume of blood that comes out when the heart contracts. And a major determinant of VO2 max is stroke volume. The maximum amount of blood that comes out of the heart is improved by exercise training. And there's evidence that when you do interval exercise training, the stroke volume increases even more. 5. Is HIIT the best exercise regimen for weight loss? There's no doubt that interval training can be a time-efficient way to burn calories. People can burn comparable amounts of calories in HIIT routines lasting 20 minutes, compared to longer continuous exercise routines lasting 50 minutes. The reason for that is that higher intensity exercise, like intervals, results in a greater disturbance of the body's homeostasis, and it literally takes more energy and oxygen to return it to normal basal levels. But the question is whether that calorie burn translates into weight loss, and that's where HIIT falls short. A 2019 systematic review of the trials comparing HIIT and SIT with moderate intensity continuous training found all workouts performed about the same on fat loss. Many people overstate the potential for interval training to cause you to lose weight. But that's a problem with exercise in general, not HIIT specifically. As it's much easier to lose weight by cutting calories in your diet than trying to burn excess calories. That's especially true if your workout is only 20 minutes long. To burn a lot of calories, you need to exercise for a more prolonged period of time. HIIT routines, by definition, tend to be shorter. So if your goal is weight loss, you might consider a longer interval routine, and you definitely want to look at your diet. In terms of the overall magnitude of calorie burning, it tends to be small relative to what you can achieve by dietary changes. In the end, intervals can be demanding mentally and physically, so some steady-state continuous is nice once in a while. But for those who truly are super time-pressed and can tolerate intervals almost exclusively, it's the most efficient way to train. Thanks for watching. If you like our video, then hit the like button and don't forget to share and subscribe to our channel for more valuable videos.